Preserving and protecting antique textiles, ceramics, and glassware. Introduction. Antique textiles, ceramics, and glassware are delicate and valuable artifacts that require special care to preserve their beauty, integrity, and historical significance. Whether you're a collector, curator, or enthusiast, implementing proper preservation and protection techniques is essential for maintaining the condition and longevity of these treasured items. In this guide, we'll explore how to preserve and protect antique textiles, ceramics, and glassware effectively. Preserving antique textiles. Store in a controlled environment. Store antique textiles in a controlled environment with stable temperature and humidity levels to prevent damage from fluctuations. Avoid storing textiles in damp basements, attics, or areas with direct sunlight, as exposure to moisture, heat, and sunlight can cause deterioration and discoloration. Use acid-free storage materials. Use acid-free tissue paper, archival boxes, or textile storage bags to protect antique textiles from acid migration and deterioration. Avoid using plastic bags or non-archival materials that may trap moisture and promote mold growth. Store textiles flat or rolled on acid-free tubes to prevent creasing and distortion. Handle with care. Handle antique textiles with clean hands and minimal handling to prevent soiling, staining, or damage. Wear cotton gloves when handling delicate textiles to avoid transferring oils, dirt, or moisture from your hands. Support textiles from underneath when moving or transporting them to distribute weight evenly and prevent stress on fragile fibers. Avoid excessive cleaning. Limit cleaning of antique textiles to minimize the risk of damage to delicate fibers and dyes. Vacuum textiles gently using a soft brush attachment to remove surface dust and debris. Avoid washing or dry cleaning antique textiles unless absolutely necessary, and consult with a professional conservator for expert advice on cleaning methods. Protecting antique ceramics. Display in stable conditions. Display antique ceramics in stable environmental conditions away from direct sunlight, heat sources, or areas prone to temperature fluctuations. Avoid displaying ceramics in humid environments such as bathrooms or kitchens, as exposure to moisture can lead to mold growth, glaze deterioration, or cracking. Use protective display stands. Use display stands or mounts to support and stabilize antique ceramics, especially fragile or top-heavy pieces. Choose display stands made of inert materials such as acrylic, wood, or museum-grade plastics that won't react chemically with ceramics or cause damage over time. Handle with care. Handle antique ceramics with care to prevent accidental breakage or damage. Support the base or body of the ceramic piece when lifting or moving it, avoiding pressure on delicate handles, spouts, or decorative elements. Use padded gloves or cloth to cushion and protect ceramics during handling and transport. Clean gently. Clean antique ceramics periodically using mild soap and water or a specialized ceramic cleaner. Use a soft brush or sponge to gently remove surface dirt and grime, avoiding abrasive materials that may scratch or dull the glaze. Dry ceramics thoroughly after cleaning to prevent water spots or mineral deposits. Preserving antique glassware. Store safely. Store antique glassware in a secure and stable environment to prevent breakage or damage. Use padded storage boxes, dividers, or shelves to separate and protect glassware from impacts, scratches, or abrasions. Avoid stacking glassware pieces directly on top of each other to minimize the risk of breakage. Handle with care. Handle antique glassware with care to avoid chipping, cracking, or breakage. Hold glassware by the base or stem when lifting or moving it, avoiding pressure on delicate rims or handles. Use both hands to support larger or heavier glassware pieces during handling and transport. Clean carefully. Clean antique glassware gently using mild soap and water or a specialized glass cleaner. Avoid using harsh chemicals, abrasive cleaners, or abrasive scrubbing pads that may scratch or etch the glass surface. Dry glassware thoroughly with a soft, lint-free cloth to prevent water spots or streaks. Protect from sunlight. Protect antique glassware from prolonged exposure to direct sunlight, as UV radiation can cause fading, discoloration, or deterioration of glass surfaces. Display glassware in shaded areas or use UV filtering window film or curtains to block harmful UV rays and preserve the clarity and brilliance of antique glass. Conclusion. Preserving and protecting antique textiles, ceramics, and glassware requires careful attention to environmental conditions, handling practices, and cleaning techniques. By following the preservation and protection techniques outlined in this guide, including storing in a controlled environment, using acid-free storage materials, handling with care, avoiding excessive cleaning, displaying in stable conditions, using protective display stands, cleaning gently, storing safely, handling with care, cleaning carefully, and protecting from sunlight, you can safeguard the beauty and integrity of your antique treasures for future generations to enjoy. Remember to approach preservation and protection with respect for the craftsmanship, history, and cultural significance of antique textiles, ceramics, and glassware, and seek professional advice when necessary to ensure proper care and conservation.